Hey guys, for the past couple of days, I've been thinking a lot about what is going on in the US and around the world. And it's been very troubling for me. I think it's troubling for everyone. But for those of us who have sons and daughters who, for no fault of theirs, are black, for those of us who have fathers who, for no fault of theirs, are black, for those of us who have husbands, for those of us who have relations who are black. These times are troubling. For those of us who have friends who, for no fault of theirs, are a certain color. These are troubling times. For those who have human hearts, who understand that a human is human, regardless of how short they are, or how tall they are, or how black they are. These are unsettling times. But my worry comes from being a mother. My worry comes from being a mother to a black boy who, by no fault of his, is black. What is he gonna take out of this? For the many mothers out there who are wondering, I've wondered, I've talked to myself, and this morning it dawned on me that I cannot be quiet anymore. My son is a toddler, but when we turn on the news, he sees what goes on, and he would ask why the police are doing that and why the people are there. So I can only imagine for you, those of you mothers and fathers who have kids who may be in their teens or preteens, who are able to kind of understand what are they gonna take out of this. I've thought to myself, how can I make him not stand out so much as a black man? I've thought to myself, how can I not make my son a target? Can I stop buying him hoodies? Can I stop buying him regular sneakers and just dress him more preppier, you know? What can I do? And I'm sure a lot of you have wondered what you could do, you know. But this morning, God says that there is nothing really. Yours is to raise him to be an exceptional man, regardless of the color of his skin. Raise him to be aware of the times. But more importantly, raise him to know me. Now, a lot of you would say, well, where is God in all of this? Where is God in all of this? But he says to raise your sons to love him. Raise them to know him. Raise them to be honorable men. And he says to pray. If you are a mother and you are listening, Black, white, Asian, pray for your children. Pray. I was so worried, you know, thinking about what's gonna be my son's fate and how he's gonna navigate this life, you know, in times like these. And God says, I got this. I got this. He says the battle is not yours. There are some battles that can only be fought when you get on your knees. Pray. For those of you mothers, for those of you fathers who have children who are seeing what is going on in this world, you need to pray. Because it goes way more, way deeper than them being targeted. What is it doing to them psychologically? What is it doing to them emotionally? God says, pray for your sons. Pray for your sons. Pray for your sons. Raise prayers for your husbands and raise prayers for your sons especially. Raise prayer. Raise prayer. Yes, by all means, let your voice be heard. By all means, speak up. By all means, do the right things. But he says to pray. And for those of you who are troubled, like I was, he says the battle is not yours. The battle is not mine. Be still. Being still doesn't mean you're silent. And being still doesn't mean that you're weak. Sometimes you not being violent and you not stooping low is a show of more strength than any kind of violence or combat. For those of you who have sons, especially those of you who have black sons, he says pray. Let there be a covering a prayer covering about your sons. I am sorry I am talking so much, but I just woke up and he says, pray. Pray and be still. Know that he is God. Be still.